Hello, my friends, and welcome back to Alien Protocols. And another enlightening episode of History's No Longer Mysteries. Mysteries. I gotta work on my special effects and my backgrounds. So, as you guys know, this is a ongoing segment that I did once, and you guys keep wanting more of them, and I love doing them. And I love learning all these things about these events and mysteries, and it's a long process. This video I tried to do once before, and after like 5 of the topics, I ran out of memory. And I may run out of memory in this one, and if I do, I'll just do 2 tapes. Forget it, you know. I've got a lot of extras, and these are all from you guys. And it's taken a long time because I've had to come back to some of these. I've had to do several different times, several different ways. All the information is garnered from remote viewing. There's multiple different types of ways of doing it. Astral projection, controlled remote viewing, fast shot version. This new synesthesia, sensory-based one that I've been doing with Mr. Diallo. And so let's dive right in. These are all from you guys. The Giza Pyramid and the Sphinx. Who built the pyramid and who built the Sphinx and what's the whole deal with them? Well, the Giza Pyramid was built by humans. No alien help. I'm going to see if I can explain this. It's a very natural thing. Although they're all over the world, it's a very natural thing. Usually civilizations and people, when they start building houses like this. Their very first houses are kind of like leaning branches up against each other like this and covering them. Then they have their first shelter. Then what they do after over a little bit of time and thinking is they kind of separate the top. Whoops. And make it a little wider and bigger. And then houses became more block shaped. And then someone decided, you know what? Let's use the wall of this previous house to put my house next to it, and they'd both be sturdier. And then someone thought, hey, let's put one on top in the middle, and it would be really strong. And you can see that's already a step pyramid. And that's how all pyramids have started in cultures around the world. They all start with step pyramids. And if you look across Egypt, you can see they originally started with step pyramids and progressed over time to the, penultimate of the gorgeous Giza pyramids. So they were man-made. The purpose was as a machine, but a spiritual machine. And it was built at the time originally to send the king's spirit into heaven, into where they thought a certain constellation. I think it was Orion's Belt, if I'm not mistaken. So that's that. I should do a separate one on what specific way they did it. But the Sphinx is very interesting. The Sphinx has been kind of stolen and hijacked by different cultures and basically counterfeited, plagiarized by different cultures and different rulers. It started off as just a monolithic stone that was really just there, and that native peoples reveled in. They enjoyed it. It was very big. It was very unusual from anything in the area. Very, very, very unusual. So it naturally gravitated people to it. In time, a big, bold, early leader in Egypt, who's not even in the records, made the first face on it. And then it was made into another ruler's face. And this is pre-full Egyptian culture. Then, ultimately, it became, I think it was Anubis. First. And then the most recent version. So it's supposed to have a dog face on it, but that was taken off and put on the other ruler. So that's the Giza Pyramid and the Sphinx. And a lot of people are like, how do they do this? How back then? I have a feeling that we're stupider now than we were back then. In the past, if you look at a lot of these ancient civilizations, and you go back in their construction processes, the earliest stone constructions are oftentimes the best quality. And then the later generations get worse over time. It's very interesting, and that's something that's happened all over the world. You see this time and time again in locations. So human beings have gotten stupider, I believe. JFK, was it a lone gunman? No, it wasn't a lone gunman. But it's not a conspiracy, really, either. He had told a couple of people, and he had hinted to a couple of people. And someone else knew, and a mobster knew, and had gave the nod of approval. So that's it. No big conspiracy with JFK killing. Weed and aliens, drugs and aliens. Gang, this comes up a lot with drugs and the ability to do ESP and stuff. You need to be able to do this stuff drug-free. Yes, there are shortcuts, but shortcuts are uncontrolled, and you do not want to dive into a whole new powerful adventure uncontrolled. You want to stay in control. But it can entice and open up an experience, yes. But oftentimes not, and it's uncontrolled. So I would rather be in a really fast car that's controlled. So that's what weed and alien. Building 7 in 9/11, what happened to it? Well, here's a secret, gang. You don't have to completely melt girders, steel girders. You could just heat them really high, and then their strength diminishes dramatically. They don't even have to melt. They can just become weakened. And that's what happened with Building 7. There was a long, slow burning fire there. And most people don't know it was burning for a long time. The apocalypse. When is it? Gang, look around. It's already started. It's not on one day. It's a slow, insidiously slow process. And it's happening around us now. The environment's crashing. So many different things are converging. It's called convergence when technologies get to this level, when societies get to this level. All of these new factors start racing towards us, new eschatological dangers. And we're in a slow-moving apocalypse right now. We're in a mass extinction. Let's not kid ourselves. Every biologist will tell you that. So think about that for a second, gang. We're in another mass extinction. Doesn't that matter to people? Leaders, especially. So the apocalypse is now. It's already started. Billy Mayer. Was he faking? Yes. He was faking, but a wacky thing happens oftentimes with fakers like this. The universe has a wonderful sense of humor. And every once in a while, will give the faker a real event. And Billy Mayer had a couple real events, but 7% of his stuff is all faked. He was just ingenious, one of the first ones to do it. That's that. I hate to break any hearts there. Pastor Yahweh, the guy who calls UFOs, and Robert Bingham. Are they real in terms of able to call UFOs? Can they really call UFOs? Yeah, they can. And so can you. TTSA. What's going to happen with them this year? Well, they're going to drop some amazing evidence. They have some amazing evidence in terms of the metals already that they have and that they've acquired, but they also have some amazing evidence on Rendlesham. They also know about hundreds of videos. Gang, the military has hundreds of videos of craft. Do we have UFOs? Have we collected any crashed UFOs? Yes, we have. The United States has, Russia has, and China has. In the least, we know that. And I could go into that deeper, but that's a whole episode. Someone asked about the Azores, 1,250 years ago. There were Polynesian people there. There were people there in the Azores. They had made it over in these very thin boats that had outriggers. The Jersey Devil and the Loveland Frogman. This one really wigged me out. I had to do this one several different times, several different ways, because I kind of didn't believe the answer. Yes, the Jersey Devil was a real creature. In some of the sightings, it was a real unknown creature. I didn't get extraterrestrial from it. I got ultra-terrestrial kind of thing, where it was created. They were created. The Jersey Devil was created somehow. The Loveland Frogman, The same exact thing, the same exact kind of where it's from. It was created somehow. I don't know, by us, by the universe, something created it. Lonnie Zamora, UFO. Was that a real UFO event? Yeah, it was. All of it, everything he says is true. Travis Walton. Is the Travis Walton story, that amazing, amazing story, true? Yeah, it is. And it's a mind blower. And finally, Rendlesham. Did Rendlesham really happen? Were there really all the UFOs and all that stuff swirling around? Yes. Yes, there was. For several nights. Why were the ETs there? It was because the U.S. bases there illegally had nuclear weapons. And they're very interested in nuclear. Like this last January at Malmstrom, again, there was another UFO incursion. No one is talking about it. This is a big, big story. It happened again. At Malmstrom, there was a power outage, and missiles were taken offline. This is a big deal. When someone messes with our nuclear weapons, this is a lot bigger than hacking our election. This is a lot bigger than any of the stuff Russia is doing right now. This is a big, 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 big deal. And Senator Harry Reid spoke about it and gave us a very big hint in the New Yorker magazine last February, I think it was. You can go online and find it. And just the fact that Senator Harry Reid knew about this means it was a very special case, actually. They asked Harry Reid, what evidence is there? What makes you believe? And Harry Reid said, read the reports, read the reports. Just last year, there was another one of those events at the missile base. He mentioned it first, the very first thing about evidence. So there's a lot more evidence from this one, and it was more serious than even he could tell us. But he remembered it and counted it off first. Well, I love you guys. Thank you so much. There's some extra bonus ones there just because you guys have been so patient. Please write below what future episodes you would like to see. What would you like to see in these future episodes? I am in the truck now full time again. My window got stuck down 2 nights ago, so it's been very cold, as you can imagine, in the winter in the Bronx. There's Miss Sausages enjoying herself. See? That's Miss Sausages. So I love you guys. Please support this channel through our PayPal. We're involved in a lot of different neat, fun things right now, and we're hoping and praying that we can just survive a little bit longer till profitability starts coming in from the different projects. Our company, Intuitive Technology Systems, is really an amazing company with amazing environmental inventions. Over 75 inventions that we came up with in that very short period of time right after that big UFO event that we had. So, a little quick update on the other stuff I'm doing, the big experiments I'm doing with this one incredible group, incredible historic kind of location, I guess. Yeah, more anomalies this past week, last night. Anomalies, anomaly. The anomalies don't just happen in our interactions, they happen around. Yeah. And going to be working on some experiments with you guys and doing some stuff live soon. And I'm going to try to do some live metal bending for you guys as well, and some of the other really cool stuff. So I love you guys. Thanks for supporting us, and let's uncover the mysteries of consciousness together and share that information because it's really, really important. Love you guys.